This is probably by far one of the weirdest things that I have seen out of a seed thus far. What's up, agents? Zero here, welcome back to another Minecraft seed showcase. Now, it's honestly been a while since I've actually done one of these, and I'll say it again, I've technically said it before, but I'll say it again, I absolutely love looking at all these different kinds of generated terrain that people are actually able to find, specifically this particular type of generation that I'm about to see, which is nothing new, but at the same time, it's not exactly the most common thing. It's a glitched terrain seed. That's all I'm going to say for right now, is that this is a glitched terrain seed. Let's go ahead and click on create new world. And I'm actually going to go ahead and set up some settings. So let's go ahead and set this to peaceful. Now this was actually found by a guy over on Twitter called Jason Metch, I think is how it's pronounced. So huge shout out to you for finding this seed. And I want to go ahead and make sure I put in the seed. So here's the seed box. So I'm just gonna paste the seed in here. So it's 401-598-415, and according to the web page on MCPDL, you can also type in Corey Clemens into the seed box and get the exact same result. I've not tested this seed at all to know if they'll actually do anything. So, yeah, test it out if you guys really want to. I'm just putting in the basic number seed because that's just easier for me. Plus, that's what I had in my paste bar. Alright, so yeah, as I mentioned before, this is a glitched terrain seed, and you may have noticed that I turned coordinates on. That is because, and I don't know if I'm actually going to have to use TP for this or not, but the reason I did that is because, according to the comments on the page that this seed was posted on MCPDL. According to one of the comments, there's apparently some odd generation within this seed by itself at a specific coordinate. I'm probably going to end up using a TP command to get me there faster because I don't know how well I'm going to be able to find this just roaming around. So yeah, I'm probably going to end up using a TP command to get to there. The coordinate, by the way, is actually 82860 -49. And the person that commented this was Captain Impulse 74. So yeah, so here we are inside of the seed, and already if you look right here, we've got ourselves a forest biome. We've got a few mushrooms off to the distance. But if we go ahead and turn around and look at this, this is probably by far one of the weirdest things that I have seen out of a seed thus far. I mean, just look at this. There's a desert biome strip. Basically, there's a desert biome strip that's going along this way. There is a mesa biome right here. Then there is this small little plains biome. Actually, I don't necessarily know if this is a plains biome or not, but then there is this forest biome over here, and according to the webpage, if we go further out, we'll run into a swamp biome, which is actually kind of interesting. Okay, so there's a lot going on with this seed, and the other thing that's going on with this seed, as you can obviously tell, there's rails going about. This is an above ground mineshaft. So yeah, an above ground abandoned mineshaft, and there are several chests that I'm seeing around the area. Now, the information according to the C does not say what's all in these chests, but I'm assuming, yeah, we've got ourselves some gold, some food, a ton of rails, some torches are in that one. It's really not uncommon for these to have rails in them. So we got some powered rails this time. We've got more gold, more torches, more food, so that's actually not too bad. And hold on. Is this one partially glitched into the wall? That's kind of interesting. You know what? I can probably still... Yeah, I can still access it regardless. So no gold this time, but there are plenty of seeds. We got melon seeds, pumpkin seeds, beetroot seeds. There are some detector rails, regular rails, torches. So that's actually not all too bad. And looks like this one is actually glitched into the ground as well. And we get ourselves an iron pickaxe this time, some rails, food, gold, iron. So that's actually not too bad to start off with. I'm not entirely sure how many more minecarts there even are. I mean, you're getting a ton of loot. Well, actually, I shouldn't necessarily say a ton, but you're getting quite a bit of loot just starting us off to begin with. And I knew there was a good reason I decided to turn mob spawning off, because I found here a spawner. Yeah, this is a cave spider spawner. That's kind of expected. Alright, so yeah, so this is actually kind of interesting to look at, because this is just like all over the place. Have I looked in this one already? I feel like I might have. Yeah, I already looked in this one. So I think I might have seen the specific spot of which this coordinate might have been mentioning. Am I in the right spot? No, actually, I am not in the right spot. Okay, you know what? I'm not actually going to use TP for this mineshaft. I'm actually going to go ahead and actually something... I'm getting distracted here. There's a chest down here that I did not see. That's not what I was getting distracted by. So we got ourselves some coal, iron. Oh, there's actually a golden apple in there, so that's actually not too bad. So the thing that I actually got distracted by, and I don't know how I didn't get distracted by this earlier, is that there are pieces of tall grass just floating above the water, just floating on top of air blocks. That's actually kind of interesting. I've seen something similar to that before, not exactly the same, but similar. So it's said at 828, so I'm right there, and then 60, so I need to go, no, negative 49, so I was going in the right direction anyway. 60, yeah, 60 is the Y coordinate. There's another spawner right there. Can only assume that's a so I can only assume that is the spawner for the cave spider. Okay, so let's see. Negative. I haven't even reached where I'm supposed to go. I need to go a little bit further. All right, so actually no, I went past it. I went past the coordinate I'm trying to get to. That's not good paying attention on my part. So I'm at negative 828. Not negative, actually, I'm saying things wrong. So I need to be at negative 49. So I'm at the coordinate I need to be at. I just need to be down at level 60 in order to find what I'm trying to find, and here it appears that I've went ahead and found it. Now, I don't know how interesting this is to some people. It was apparently interesting to the person that left the comment, but as you can obviously tell, there's a staircase that goes right the way down to a dead end. Now, the comment specifically states that, maybe we are not alone. That is technically what the comment says, but this is... I want to comment on this particular comment right here. This is not uncommon for mineshafts. In fact, when it comes to mineshafts, this is actually something that happens quite often, is that you have staircases leading downwards into a den. That is actually not something that happens. Well, actually, let me correct myself. That's actually something that does happen on a regular basis. There we go. So we got redstone in here. We got quite a bit of lapis. How much lapis is in here? 13. Okay, I don't know why I couldn't have counted that out. We've got ourselves 9 pieces of redstone, so we could effectively make a redstone block, although it's probably not very useful very early on in the game. And I did also notice there's another spawner. Yeah, it's right here. So this, I'm assuming, yeah, cave spider. That's technically the only kind of spawner that really ever spawns inside a mineshaft. And here's another interesting thing. The rails are floating. That's also not a thing that's uncommon with... Okay, apparently I can't stand on these rails. I guess I can't say I'm surprised. Okay, admittedly sometimes you can stand on these rails even though there's nothing underneath them, but apparently this time you can't. But it's not all that uncommon for mineshafts like this, where the terrain is glitched out for the rails to be just simply floating. And when I see another minecart chest over here, I'm kind of curious what's all in this one. I'm not going to look at every single minecart chest. We got ourselves another golden apple, a whole bunch of rails. Okay, so these are all melon seeds, since they're all technically the same type. Some bread, just one piece of bread, mind you. One single torch, so that's actually not too bad. I definitely come back here for the golden apple, because having that at the start of a world is actually not too bad. And plus, all things considered, we're starting off in a mesa biome. Have I checked this chest yet? Actually, considering the terrain, I think I probably did, so I'm not gonna bother looking in there again. Other than that, I think I've looked at everything this seed has to offer, aside from... Maybe, did I check this one? Yes, I did. Now that I'm remembering, I'm not very good at remembering stuff. I am kind of curious, like... There's, like... Well, there's obviously gonna be more to it. I was about to say there's probably more to it, but that's kind of obvious there being more to it, but... I'm kind of curious. Oh, did I check this one? Probably not. So, another golden apple. I think that's 3 in total. I don't think I checked this chest at all. Now I'm thinking about it. So there's quite a few rails. I'm obviously not taking a good count. Actually, I've got an idea. Let me take this golden apple with me. And I'm going to go back and see... can I get out of here, please? This is actually underground, so it's fairly obvious that I didn't see that one before. Let's see if I can find these other 2 golden apples, because I'm pretty sure I found 3 so far. And I do believe, yeah, there's 1 in here, so that makes 2. And if I come back somewhere back here, I think I remember seeing a chest with another golden apple. Not that one. Is it this one down in here? No, it is not. Was there only 2 golden apples? I feel like there was technically 3 that I found. Maybe I'm going crazy. Maybe. I don't know. No, not in that one. You know what? There's 2 golden apples to start with. Possibly a third if I remember correctly. There's probably a chance that I don't actually remember this correctly. That's very good possibility, because I tend to forget things quite easily for whatever reason. But 2 golden apples to start off with is actually not too bad. I'm curious, like, if there's anything back here. Oh, I could have just flown down here. I should have realized that. Let's see. So that looks to be just about it for the mineshaft, although there are merely a lot more crevices in the ground than just the mineshaft. So 2 golden apples, not too bad. I still honestly would have thought there was a third somewhere. Maybe I was wrong. I don't actually know. Let's see. Did I check this one? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't actually know. I'm probably boring you guys by seeing if my theory was in fact correct on there being more than one golden apple, but I am legitimately curious. So there's the lapis chest. Is there anything this way? Did I come over here? I don't think I did. Maybe I did. And oh, there's an interesting piece of generation. That torch is connected to nothing. I've seen some really weird generation, but that's by far the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Alright, so let's see what's in this chest. There's another golden apple. That's probably not the golden apple I was thinking of earlier, but that is technically our third golden apple. So either it's 3 or it's 4. I don't really know, but regardless, that's actually not too bad. I'm going to be completely honest, it's not too bad. There's our other golden apple. I was right. I knew it had to be right. So we found a golden apple that we hadn't found yet, and we found the golden apple that I had completely lost. So we've got ourselves our total of 4 golden apples, and I do not want this is actually a new feature that they recently added into 1.2.5, is that since I have a game controller, I can use my triggers, rather, because my shoulder buttons, those are my attack and place buttons, and if I use my triggers, I can actually cycle through creative inventory, and survival, and then just simply survival. It's actually, that is something that I find is actually really cool. Now, this is not technically what came to this seed specifically. I was more focused on actually seeing this terrain and this mineshaft, but I am actually kind of curious, like, is there possibly a witch's hut in this swamp? If there isn't, I won't be too surprised, but I am curious to see if there might be one, because if there is, that just adds so much more, well, I guess not so much more, but you guys at least get what I mean. That add more to this seed as a whole, and my render distance is not admittedly all that great thing, and I don't exactly have a really good device to record on. I need to get something better, but you know what? I'm fine with it for right now. I'll take the fact that I have to load in all these chunks. There doesn't appear to be a witch's hut at all, which, as I said before, I can't say I'm surprised. Then again, I'm just kind of flying around seeing if I can load apps, anything to try to find one. Are they like, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't witches' huts like, technically, whoa, okay, so I was above a chunk that hadn't loaded yet. That is a really weird glitch. I have no idea why it happened in the first place. Don't witches' huts spawn like somewhere near the water? Because I feel like if they do, I might have found one at this point. Maybe there just actually isn't one. But I did find a huge cave down here. That's not why I came here to actually find. But I was just kind of curious about this swamp. But this swamp is actually something, it's just one of the minor details of this swamp. Because the glitch terrain obviously is the reason why I came to this seed in the first place, but this is one of the most massive swamps I've ever encountered. Like, hell, I mean, I've got the swamp in my survival world, which is a fairly small swamp, I've got to be completely honest, and this is almost like, I would technically say this is like a combination of ocean and swamp. I don't think that's even possible. It's just a really big swamp. Actually, is this even deep water in this swamp? Or is, no, it isn't even that deep water. And there's something I did not even realize was a thing. Apparently, in the murky water, you can't see anything, which suppose makes sense. I'll give it that. I suppose it does make sense. But yeah, I don't think there's really anything else for this seed that can technically showcase, because I've looked at, like, almost everything, and even more than technically you guys were probably even interested to begin with. There's some more even down here. It looks like anything even. I hear lava somewhere. I literally just heard some lava, so that's definitely something to be aware of. Now, as to where this lava is, I don't even know. I don't even know if you guys heard the lava even, because I was kind of just talking away. You know, I'll go back to that area and I'll be quiet and I'll let you guys listen, because I know I heard lava. There's the lava noises I thought I heard, so I knew I wasn't imagining things. Now, as to where this lava would actually be is actually a good question, but that's actually something really good to be aware of, is that there's actually lava somewhere down in this area. That's actually kind of interesting. You know what? You guys probably aren't interested in that, even though I technically am. You guys probably aren't. It's in this area somewhere that's... Oh! It's actually directly underneath. How on earth is this wood not catching on fire? Because lava does pop. Okay, so there's some surface lava for you. Is there, like, anything on this lake? It doesn't appear to be anything in this lake. Then again, I can't say I'm surprised. So now that I found that lava, that's definitely something that you guys need to be aware of, because then that way you're not going to be falling into it. You just gotta be careful. Then again, it was technically under some blocks. So actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it's got in... There's a... Can the lava particles that pop out every so often actually reach... Oh wait, I have fire spreads turned off in the settings when I started this world up. So even if that wood could technically be burned, it wouldn't, because of the way I have the settings set up. So yeah, that's... So I suppose if you actually want lava really early on and you're actually careful, which most of you guys are, because I, for whatever reason, am not, there you go. You've got yourself some easy lava to get. And there's plenty of iron ingots in the minecart chests around the area, and apparently all the grass decided to deteriorate. Can't say I'm surprised. So you've got plenty of iron in the chests around the area, so you can definitely go ahead and make a bucket and get the lava straight away if you really want to. Then again, you have to figure out which chests contain what, because I really haven't been paying much attention, obviously, because I was lost trying to find the golden apples. I don't know why I had trouble thinking of it. That's just the thing that I have a problem with for whatever reason. But yeah, other than that, that's probably all there is to showcase for this season. So this is actually where I'm going to go ahead and end off this video. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you did, make sure that like button. One more, then make sure that subscribe button for future content. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at AgentCP0 to stay updated. This has been Zeus Studios. Thank you guys for watching. And with that, I will see you guys later.